Hello all you ghouls and goblins, and welcome to the Monster Mash Rally at PowerUp Pass. I'm Clancy, your midnight MC for this high-octane Halloween showdown. Our ghoulishly talented field of 32 fearless racers, and this event is so packed with thrills it will take 3 episodes to contain it. So grab your seats, guard your souls, and let this rally begin.
Hey, sorry about that, guys. Let's introduce Group 1. From SloppyBear Racing, it's Fangula. This pint-sized vampire is thirsty for victory and prefers his wins, like his blood, be negative. Straight from Spy Dude Racing comes Hotweiler. This angry pup is off the leash and foaming for first place. Someone call animal control. This race is about to get rabid. Next, from Travelers Racing League, it's Night Shifter. This zombie behind the wheel is a reason for nightmares. He's black like his soul. He doesn't wave. He doesn't blink. He doesn't care. Next, we have Blue Line. Purple Edition. Aggressive, unbreakable, heartless. He races with a crown of fire and an ego to match it. There's no mercy in his lane, just smoke, speed, and the faint smell of intimidation. And race 1 is underway. The pack is racing like a group of trick-or-treaters. Blue Line is tailing Spy Dude like he's sniffing his... Whoa! He just clipped him and turned him backwards. And he screams over the bloody bumps at 200 miles an hour, turns around and crosses the finish line. Whoa, TRL is pushing our wounded dog on his back. Whoa, that is uncalled for. He bounced out of the tube, rams TRL as he's helping Spy Dude. Should there be a penalty for that? I mean, well, I guess everyone finished the race in the same place they would have. Blue Line, you gotta watch it, buddy. That was uncalled for. All right, race 2 underway, and Blue Line in that pole position he so desires. You can practically see the steam coming off of Spy Dude's engine after that first race sabotage. Looks like he has a bone to pick with Blue Line. The race continues, and it looks like everyone's practicing social distancing right now. Come on, COVID was like 5 years ago, guys. There goes Blue Line, Spy Dude, TRL, and hey, nice drift by Fangula there. All right, let's look at the mid-race results. Blue Line leads with 10 points, followed by TRL with 5, SloppyBear and Spy Dude with 3 points each. Now that TRL is out of the slow lane, he's fast, smooth, deeply done with everyone's nonsense. 450 degrees of lava lamp loop. Across the finish line goes Blue Line, TRL, Spy Dude, and Fangula. Hey, there he is. Hey-yo. And crosses the finish line. And we're to the last lap with Spy Dude in the pole position with Blue Line right on his tail. Some aggressive turns through Booze Hollow. Fast pass by the animal graveyard. How many times has Blue Line tried to pass him now? Spy Dude keeps holding him off. Takes those bloody bumps. Whoa! Oh, yeah, he corrects himself and finishes first. Attaboy. That's a good boy, Hotweiler. Oh no, it looks like TRL took those bumps too hard, overreacted, and flipped onto his top. It looks like the blood-driving Fangula has clotted and he did not finish. Right now, the race results. First place goes to Blue Line with 18 points, followed by Spy Dude with 10, and they will advance on to the next round. I think it's about time we meet Group 2. From Puffs Racing, we have Misty G, recently escaped from the Nightmare on Elm Street. Still having the time to put on her eyeliner. She's got claws, she's got chaos, and she's Kruger cruising for a bruising. From HSL Motorsports, we have Carl Recco. He's 1 part bird, 1 part biker, and 0 parts emotional support. He feeds on roadkill and weak racing strategies. From Road Rage Racing, we have Spoofy, the golden pup with a serial killer stare. He's gold-plated, overconfident, and definitely not vaccinated for what he brought to the race. From Chase Family Racing, we have Midnight Shifter, born from the darkness, fueled by nightmares, drives like a fevered dream, and smells like burnt rubber and lost souls. Alrighty, Group 2, let's get going. Nice and easy does it, past the witches and the bats. Waiting for Booze Hollows. Spoofy looks a little bit unstable. Carl wrecks it. Whoa, we gotta watch that later. Midnight Shifter catching up. Miss G is holding the lead. Decides to grind the rails like she's in the X Games. And hands the win over to Midnight Shifter. What a waste. Alright, we gotta find out what happened to Recco and Spoofy. Carl Recco nicks the sidewall, then got exercised by Midnight Shifter. Then Midnight Shifter yells, "Squirrel!" Spoofy turns, looks around, and gets distracted. Stalls out a lava lamp loop. Very well, race number 2. Yeah, this race is pretty just good old-fashioned, nothing happening. Recco wrecks it again. Gotta be kidding me. What is going on, buddy? You know, I'm pretty sure every time someone wipes out on Booze Hollow, a common white girl spills her pumpkin spice latte on her Uggs. Alright, let's see those mid-race results. Midnight Shifter with 10 points, Misty G 6, Spoofy with 2. Alright, race 3 underway. You know, I'm really rooting for Carl here. I mean, third time's gotta be the charm. He's taking the turn slow. No! Seriously, again, dude? Spoofy's trying to hold on to lead over the bloody bumps. Missy G cuts through without a shred of empathy, plows through the chaos like a holiday clearance shopper, and Spoofy's been taken to the pound. All right, final race, and honestly, the only thing I care about, I want Carl to win this race. I want Carl to finish. All right, here we go. Booze Hollow. Yeah! Yes, my man, he passed it. There we go. Midnight tries to pass him. He turns around, looks him in the face and says, dude, no! He's out. Midnight takes first, Spoofy second, and Misty G third place. Sorry, but we gotta do this. We gotta do the pumpkin spice latte spill on the Uggs count going on here. All right, here's the first one. Nicks that corner and then gets pounded by Midnight. Here's the second one. Basically unprovoked and just turns on to 2 wheels. Here's the third one. Looks possessed. I mean, nothing explains that pop and jump there. And on the fourth one, he does actually go up on 2 wheels, but corrects himself. And then that fatal bounce off of the bloody bumps. And he's out. All right, race results. Midnight Shifter with 18, Missy G with 13, and they will advance on to the next round. Alrighty, let's introduce Group 3. First up, we have Spy Dude racing as Super Stinger. This poor aquatic disaster gives off serious mutated goldfish who live too close to the nuclear plant vibes. A glowing reminder to always wash your hands, kids. Next, Crazy Canuck thunders in with diesel duty. Fueled by maple syrup, held together by duct tape, this bulky bot truck hybrid looks ready to audition for the next Transformers movie. Michael Bay, start your explosions. From Rage and Ricky Racing, it's Dead Responder, the Grim Reaper your mom warned you about. He used to save lives, then got bored. Now he collects them instead. And finally, from Skidmarks Racing, we have Mort. Known mostly for, well, being known. Let's just say he was an early prototype before his cousin Frankenstein made it big. All right, Group 3, Race 1 is underway. So we got a very interesting group, a fish, an ambulance driver, a diesel man, and then we got Mort. You know what I'm realizing is that I should no longer call those the bloody bumps. I should call those bleeding bumps. We have our fans in the United Kingdom, so I apologize, guys. That was probably to a degree offensive. So the bleeding bumps from here on out. And Spy Dude, followed by Crazy Canuck and Mort in third. And Ragin Ricky just doesn't quite make it over those bleeding bumps. There you go, bleeding bumps. And we start off race 2 with Mort in pole position, and we'll see if he wants to make something of himself. Crazy Canuck on 2 wheels again on that Booze Hollows. And wow, Mort is far ahead of the competition. Definitely showing off some skills here. And he takes first place, followed by Diesel Duty, Spy Dude, and the Dead Responder. All right, now mid-race results. We have Spy Dude and Mort tied at 7 points, followed by Crazy Canuck at 6, and Dead Responder with 1 point. Dead Responder starts in the front, desperate to win or at least have a pulse. All right, let's see what our Grim Reaper can dig up. And this is the third time where Canuck goes on 2 wheels but recovers quite well. Lava Lamp Loop becomes a supernatural traffic jam, but Mort sneaks through like a ghoul slipping through tombstones. He speeds to victory and throws in a dramatic drift after those bleeding bumps. For some reason, not seeing Canuck at the finish line there. Looks like he wiped out on that Lava Lamp Loop. Canuck's going to start off in that pole position now and hopefully redeem himself. Diesel Duty in the pole position. Definitely determined to get a win here. Turning Boo Hollows, claimed by Booze Hollow. Mort seizes advantage of this and is so far ahead of the pack, I don't even know where the rest of them are. Nice finishing turn, and Mort takes first, Dead Responder second, and Spy Dude wiped out right before that last turn. So, final results. Mort and Spy Dude will advance on to the next round. Mort with 17 and Spy Dude with 9. Getting a little bit bored of my voice, so I'm going to switch over to my haunted voice.
All right, let's meet Group 4. First off, we have Crazy Canuck in the Night Shifter, looking like a demon who got possessed by the Canadian flag. He looks like he'll flip your car, ruin your night, and then apologize while doing it all over again the next day. Next from TRL Racing, we have Skull Crusher, this jaundiced skeleton with a hoodie, who looks like he crawled out of a haunted thrift store. Next from Chase Family Racing, we have Dead Last, a zombie whose nose is one pothole away from fully resigning. And finally, from Dutch Clutch Racing, we have Dutch, pumpkin-headed speed menace with autumn villain vibes. All right, the first lap of the last group for the evening. Sticking nice and close together. Coming up on Booze Hollows. And did I just see Dutch flip over? No way. Speedy turns through Lava Lamp Loop. Coming up onto the bleeding bumps, and Dead Last gets into the lead, and Dead Last finishes first. And there we have Dutch, our main Pumpkinhead man, is turned upside down. Alright, Dutch is in the pole position, ready to prove himself, unaccepting of his first fate. Takes those turns, and wonderful, he stays in the lead. Some pumpkins get carved, this one carves corners. Alright, this pumpkin pie-headed freak better get out of here. And the other racers are pulling in, and is Dead Last on his hood? Alright, let's review that footage. So Dead Last got flipped at the bleeding bumps, but I'm not convinced that he was able to seriously glide that entire lap. I need another angle. So we have our finish line cam, and I gotta be honest guys, it is not the best quality, and I still can't tell if he actually did it, so let's just pull up the tube and see what happened here. And yeah, it's confirmed. Dead Last defies physics and his own name. Upside down, half dead, but crossing line in third. Alright, very good. We are now mid-race. Leading the pack is Dead Last with 7 points. Crazy Canuck with 6, Dutch with 5, and TRL with 3 points. Alright, third lap with Dead Last in pole position. Alright, we have some nice solid racing from the pack, and I gotta be honest, I'm impressed with Dead Last. It's like his foot fell off and is just stuck on the gas, because this guy is ripping through the course. Dead last holds first, Canuck claws his way to second, Dutch settles in third, TRL fourth again, wondering why he even woke up today. Our jaundiced friend is in the pole position. And we're off. Seems like our racers are getting along. They kind of want to hang out around each other. That's fine, that's fine. Single file around the lava lamp loop. Got some congestion like a constipated colon, but relieved by some bleeding bumps. That sounds like a... And dead last finishes first, followed by Dutch, Crazy Canuck, TRL taking up the rear. And for the race results, in first place, we have dead last. Perfect irony there, buddy. Crazy Canuck takes second with 11 points, Dutch with 10, and TRL with 5. Great racing, everybody.
Way excited that we could have these first 4 groups, and now let's see the results of who gets to advance on. It's finishing with 18 points each. We have Midnight Shifter from Chase Family Racing and Blue Line Purple. Next, we have Mort from Skidmarks Racing and Dead Last from Chase Family Racing with 17 points. Missy G with 13 points. Crazy Canuck with 11 points. Spy Dude Dog with 10. Spy Dude Yellow Fishy Thing with 9. Great job to all of our racers tonight. Up next, qualifying rounds for groups 5, 6, and 7. Thanks for joining me on this frightfully fast edition of Monster Mash Rally right here on PowerUp Pass. I'm Clancy, signing out until the next green light.
Yeah, well, aren't you aware it's against the law to have an open bottle of witch's brew here in the state of Transylvania? Come on, hand it over, you little pumpkin pie haircutted freak. Come on!
Tic-tac, sir?